And for the next fight up the card, we got Felicia Spencer taking on Norma Dumont. Felicia Spencer 8-2. The Canadian fighting out of Jungle MMA. She is fighting at 145, 5'6", with a 68-inch reach. On the other end for Norma, 5'1". She is 5'7" with a 67-inch reach. For Felicia, everybody knows her from when she came into the UFC. She's been very impressive since coming over. She debuted with a rear naked choke against Megan Anderson, and then she took on two of the best female fighters to ever do it, where she held her own in both fights. She is a tough chick. She cut Cyborg with that big elbow, and then Nunes couldn't stop her as well in the fight, and that was a 5-rounder. Spencer is the much better wrestler, and that's something that she's gonna have to utilize in this fight, which I think she will. That's her game plan in every fight, and I expect her to pull this one out. On the other end for Norma, she's just one of those Brazilian girls, comes into throwing punches and bunches. She swings for the fences. Had a great performance against Ashley Evans-Smith. I think if Norma can win this fight against Felicia, she might be like the last one standing by default that would probably ended up just getting pushed to the top to fight Nunes for the 45-pound title. But it could be a close fight depending on how it goes, if she's able to stuff the takedowns and keep this thing standing. But I'm just pretty high on Spencer as far as like the competition she's fought. She's fought all of the top girls there are, and she fucking hangs in there every single time. She's a tough chick, and she don't even look like it. When you look at her, she's just like some regular soccer mom or something. But she brings the fight, and I really like her to win this one.
Yeah, me as well, man. Norma's there's not a whole lot of tape out there. I think the only tape we have is just the Megan Anderson fight where she got knocked out, and the last one against Ashley Evans-Smith. So yeah, man, there's not a lot to look at her off of. She is 30 years old, so you'd figure she would have a lot more tape out of there with a lot more fights on them and whatnot. So yeah, coming in here, just as far as the stats go, she's gonna be, as far as size go, not completely outsized. Spencer is 5'6", she's Dumont's 5'7". They have about the same reach. So the only way I could see Dumont winning this is actually stuffing the takedowns of Spencer and, putting damage on the feet. And this is like something we mentioned earlier. The judges have lately been favoring, striking over grappling. So coming from Dumont, she is the more heavier striker, not heavier puncher, but more volume striker. And Felicia, she likes to get that ground control and do damage from there. So if Felicia's getting this ground control time and not letting off any damage, and Norma's able to get to her feet and land a few strikes, you could be in for a shitty decision, is what I'm trying to say. So I would hate to lose on that. I really feel like Felicia's should be a 2-1 favorite here. 160 I feel like is a good price. The only thing that just gives me worries is that Norma, there's not a lot of tape on there for her. Like I said, it's just non-existent. With Spencer, on the other hand, we have 8 rounds of her fighting the greatest women on earth. So with that being said, and she did hold her own on a few of those occasions, a few of those rounds and whatnot, I'd have to give it to Felicia, man. Yeah, I'm on Felicia on this one all day. The only reason I could see it losing would her getting a bad decision. And other than that, she's very live for a TKO stoppage here in her own right. So yeah, give me Spencer. Spencer all day. Might make a play on it. This might be the one I make a play on. I'd have to do a little more reconsidering though. Women's MMA been fucking me lately, so I don't want to put this maybe in my parlay. This might be a straight bet here. So yeah, keep it tuned in for the betting show.
So just to mention the odds here for Felicia Spencer, she is minus 185, and Norma is plus 155. And so Felicia, she is definitely the favorite in this one, but it's not something too crazy. I mean, it's still in the hundreds. So
yeah, under two is sweet.
That's pretty good, and I really like her on this, and she might be on my straight bet. Like I said, this is something that I'm gonna have to consider, but yeah, we'll have some more information on on the best bets.